Hello, my friends. It's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I am going through my good midlife crisis, where I am journeying through my 40s and I am working so hard to get my poop in a group. In order to do this, I have been working on my physical, my financial, and my mental health. And today is Wednesday, May the 1st, and I am going to be doing a physical health check-in. Today, I have a new scale. So, what that means is my weight is completely different than it was last week and the week before. So, my new scale is the GE scale that if you're new, welcome. Thanks so much for checking me out. I hope that you enjoy my content. I hope that you find something that will help you in your own health journey or your budgeting journey. Maybe you're following my budgeting journey and you just accidentally clicked on this video. If so, cool. Thank you. Anyway, I have a website, and on that website that I just built, I have been looking for different items to put on my different journeys. And so I added a scale to my health journey website, and the scale looked really, really cool. I really wanted to try it out. It's got all these different features that it measures for you. Just when you step on the scale, it tells you all these different things. And I was like, that's amazing. I want to try that. And I was waiting for today, because if you follow my budgeting journey, if you're not new, welcome. Thanks so much. I'm so happy that you're still here. Thank you. I, every month, give myself $100 to spend on household items, which is basically anything for my house that I would normally buy in a grocery store or online, like filters, laundry detergent, scales, things like that are not food that you would buy for your house. Also not pet food. I have my own pet, like the pets have their own category as well. Anyway, I was waiting for that to roll over so the first of the month would come around and I would have new funds to buy the scale. But then I saw that I could use my HSA funds to buy the scale. So if you are looking for a new scale, this one's cool. It might make you weigh more than you think you weigh, so be prepared for that. But it tells you all kinds of stuff. There's also a less fancy, less expensive version that I linked as well in case you don't want all of that. But this links to an app, which I will go over. Anyway, so I bought that the other day, and I used my HSA card. I didn't have to wait, and I didn't have to use half of my monthly budget for it. Not half, it was like $30, but whatever. I could use HSA. So you can use your HSA or FSA funds to buy the scale, and that's awesome. So I will link that below. It's also on my website, which I will totally link below. So that being said, I'm going to insert footage of me testing out my scale here this morning. I did do a test of the scales because I stepped on the scale last night to activate it and link it up to the app, and I did not like the weight. And so today I was like, I'm going to calibrate it and just make sure that it's right. And it's right, as you'll see. So here you go. Here's me with the scale this morning. Okay, guys, so I got my new scale, and when I set it all up yesterday, I don't like that it weighs more than my other scale. Well, it says I weigh more than I do on my other scale. So I'm going to do a weight test. I have two 3-pound dumbbells. I'm just assuming they both weigh 3 pounds. And I'm going to put them on the scales and see what these scales say they weigh. That scale says they weigh nothing. They might be too little. I might need to get something heavier. And this scale says, oh, that scale was right. Oh, I don't like that. That one was only 0.2 ounces less though. Did you see that? It said 2.8. I don't know if you can see that with the light before it turns itself off. Oh, now it says 2.6. Let me try this scale. This weight. Oh, 2.8. It doesn't even register. It's not enough weight. 2.9 on that one.
and 3 pounds on that one. Okay. Well, unfortunately, that one is correct. So what I'm going to do is step on both scales so that I compare what I have been weighing on this one and then what this one says I weigh. That's what I'm going to do. And then going forward, we'll go to the fancy new scale, which is apparently more accurate. Stupid fancy new scale. All right, here we go. Last week, for reference, sorry, this is all English, I was 244.6. There we go. So according to this scale, I'm down 0.6 pounds. Now let's get the new scale. This is where I hold my scale all week. Oh, it is so fancy though, y'all. Alright, here's going to be my new starting point. 245.4. So I don't know why they're so off, because I promise I didn't do anything different from that one scale to this one scale. But okay.
And then I always pause. Like you're going to be watching it, I have to wait. Like I'm going to cut and I'm going to insert that and then I'm going to come right back. I don't have to pause and wait. So anyway, yes. The scale is accurate. I put a 3 pound weight on. It's accurate. So I am up a little bit from what my other scale says, but I'm actually down from what I was last week. So it's a little bit confusing. So last week, according to the scale that I have been using for this entire journey, I was 244.6 pounds. And today, according to the scale that I have been using for this entire journey, I was 244.0 pounds. So I'm down 0.6 pounds, which I was not expecting. It was not the week that I expected to lose weight, but I'm not complaining. Down 0.6 pounds on that scale. But on the new scale, which I am assuming is much more accurate, though I don't know how, because they were both, like, if you look at that, they both registered the weights at the same weight. Like, they're both accurate. And if you remember, it wasn't that long ago, if you're not new, that I did a test on that other scale to make sure it was accurate. Whatever. I know every time I go to the doctor, they say my weight is higher than my scale says it is, so maybe this is just more accurate and will match what I will be when I go to the doctor. We'll see. Whatever it is, 245.4 is what my weight is according to my new scale. So, compared to last week, I am down 0.6 pounds. So I'm taking that as I did lose weight this week. So I'm happy with that. I lost weight. But going forward, I am going to be measuring it off of the new weight. 245.4 is my new, like, where I'm starting this week, because I want to make sure that that I have a good balance. I just realized that my camera is about to die. Give me 1 second. Okay, battery changed. Got this guy. I'm gonna put him on the charger, which honestly I could have done before, but he is on the charger now, charging up. Okay, so new weight going forward, and that's okay. I mean, that's okay. We know that I actually lost weight this week. Y'all, I am having the hardest time knowing where to look because I am over here on the flip out. Then I have that microphone up here, but this is the actual camera, so I'm having a really hard time knowing where to look, and I'm sorry. Sorry. So yeah, that's my new scale. So let's go over all the fancy things that the scale does. It has a BMI, it has a body fat, muscle mass, BMR, it's a fat-free body weight, visceral fat, body water, and bone mass. So it tells you all of that information when you step on the scale. Y'all, here's how I know that I will never be skinny. Because if I had 0% body fat and looked like unhealthily thin, 0% body fat, I would weigh 113.6 pounds. I know some women who, if they got like above that weight, they would be very upset. That would be way too, like, they're like, oh, I'm 120 pounds. That's really high. That's me with 0% body fat, according to my new scale. So I'm never going to be a skinny girl. But I'm okay with that. I just want to be a healthy girl. I know somebody commented on one of my videos this past week saying that they are newly diagnosed diabetic, because I've been talking about my dog who has diabetes now all of a sudden, newly diagnosed insulin dependent diabetic. And that is a big fear of mine, because my father's mother, so my grandmother, who I never met, she passed before I was born, but my father's mother had type 1 diabetes. And then both my mother's father, my grandfather, and then my father both had type 2 diabetes. And neither, well, my grandfather was a big guy, but my dad was not a big guy. My dad was very active and not super, I mean, he gained weight after he retired and because his job was very physical, but he was never like extremely big. He was always an average sized man. He was really thin when he was younger. They used to call him Beanpole, apparently. He was really thin. Obviously, I didn't know him when he was younger, but anyway. And he still ended up with type 2 diabetes. I have been obese my entire life. And so diabetes is definitely a concern of mine, and I want to get my health under control. My knees, my other joints, my heart. My grandmother died of CHF, which is congestive heart failure. That was my mother's mother. Just want to try to start taking control of my health. It's not to be skinny, it's just to be healthy, and that's my goal. So if I can lose the weight and be healthy, I don't need to be 120 pounds, but if I can be 200 pounds, I set my initial goal at 200 pounds. So we have 45.4 pounds to go to get there. And we've already lost more than that. So you know what? We are at, with technically 56 pounds if we're going by the old scale. So 56 pounds is what I have lost because I started this weight journey on the other scale. But according to the new scale, it is 55.8 pounds. Still really good. I'm still really happy with that. Anyway, so my fat free, if I had 0% body fat, I would weigh 113.6 pounds. I don't know what BMR is, so I'm not going to say that. If you know what that is, please let me know, but I'm going to look it up and figure out what that is. My muscle mass is 106.7 pounds. So 106.7 pounds of me is just muscle. I have 54% body fat. I need to lose some of that. My bone mass is 6.9 pounds of just bone, almost 7 pounds of bone. 31.7% is body water. I don't know if that's good or bad or normal or high or low. I guess I'm going to have to just monitor it and see how it goes. Visceral fat sounds very not good, but it's at 22. I don't know what that means. Anyway, I have all of those things, and all of that is monitored by this app. This weight is not today's weight. This weight is, I'm still looking everywhere, this weight is last night's weight when I was setting up the scale. The weight from this morning, I just realized when I was logging onto this app, is not on here, probably because I did not have the app pulled up while I was on the scale this morning. So I'm guessing you probably have to have the app open while you're on the scale or it won't measure it. And that makes sense because I guess otherwise, if you have multiple people in your house using the scale, like if Nathan were to use my scale as well, how would it know who was on it at that time? It would just be like, wow, you've lost a lot of weight. Wow, you've gained a lot of weight. Wow, you've lost a lot of weight. It would be really confusing, I guess. So that's really all the update I have for y'all today. I have been going back to the gym. My foot has been doing much better. I bought, here's actually, because I don't have it on my other foot, though you can tell by the dog hair on it that I have worn it. But I bought these like straps for your feet, and they go and they're supports for your feet for plantar fasciitis, because I do have that. And I think that's part of what's been bothering my left foot. And they have two different types of little inserts. I'll see if I can find them and link them. I bought them at my HEB, but I'll see if I can find a link for them if anybody else has plantar fasciitis and has been suffering. Because I think definitely something was wrong with my foot, and the new shoes are helping, but I think I aggravated my plantar fasciitis when my foot was bothering me. And so I bought these. This one, it came with two, and it came with two different inserts for each foot. And I have the stronger insert on my left foot, and I'm wearing that one because I do walk around barefoot. I walk around my house barefoot all the time, and that's not good for plantar fasciitis. I know about the frozen water bottle and rolling it and all that fun stuff. I do all of that, but this really helps as well. Okay, I really think that's it for now. It is just about 6 o'clock. I'm going to go make some dinner before I get this up because I've got to get the fajitas in the broiler because I don't want to eat at 8 o'clock. And then I will post this video for y'all. So I hope y'all are having a fantastic week. Let me know how your health journey is going. And do you have a fancy scale? Does it give you all of this stuff, all of these numbers? What do they even mean? I don't even know what all these numbers mean. I could be interpreting them wrong. Honestly, I could be. All right. I love you. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.